And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ad Lib Podcast. Today's episode number 105. And we've got a big one today. It's Oscars night. Well, at least last night was Oscars night. But today it is for ourselves. How's it going, guys? Good to have Franco and Joe on the podcast.
Hello, everybody. Joe is...
Joe, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Joe refuses to speak today. He's on strike. He didn't like the winner of Best
Okay, it should be good now.
Whoa,
Yes, it's
okay.
very good.
Yes.
Whoa, that was very loud.
Yeah, it was the input setting on my mic. I'll turn it down ever so slightly, in fact.
All right. How's it going, guys? Franco, let's start with you.
I'm good. Let me adjust something because I'm streaming as well on Twitch. So say hi to the people on Twitch as well, guys.
Hello.
I'm gonna
Hello, everyone.
welcome. It's the usual Monday night appointment with my movie nerds as well, my movie nerd friends, with Joe Paolella, which you can see over here, and Andrea Gravina, which you can see over here. Andrea Gravina studying film, and he's responsible for the Ad Lib Podcast, which I'm going to... So please do subscribe, leave a like. I'm leaving a like just now.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Alright.
Please do leave a like.
Leave a like now. Do participate as well. Do say what you think. We have also someone from Brazil celebrating the win of I'm Still Here as well. Victor Benedetti, hello. And Joe Paolella is also responsible for a channel, Joe Paolella Film. And he regularly uploads reviews on the YouTubes. So do give him a like and subscribe. Did I like his monkey film review? Yes, I'll leave.
Yeah, it's on the screen right now, by the way, guys. It's on the screen right now.
All right.
Oh, no, that's the Oscar page that's on the screen right
Oscar page.
now. Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So that is Joe's channel. Make sure to subscribe. Wait, how am I? Oh, because it's I'm not signed in on this. Like, how am I not subscribed to Joe's channel?
Fake friend.
No, I'm not signed in. I'm not signed. No. I'm not signed in on my on this browser on Opera. I'm signed in on my Chrome.
Okay.
Anyways, shall we get going, guys? Because today we've got a lot to talk about. I think the big focus today, of course, will be the Oscars. So that will be the massive focus. However, Franco, I know you had a couple of reviews to give in. Presents,
and I actually managed to watch the documentary No Other Land. The winner, the very deserved winner of the best Oscar.
Yeah, I think, Franco, for No Other Land, you can do the review when we're talking about the documentary, right? I think.
For sure, yes, for sure. And the other one was is Presence by Steven Soderbergh.
Yes.
Interesting, but have a bit of opinion. Like it's a very interesting concept, and I do like the way Soderbergh films, but there are some evident flaws in that movie.
Yeah.
But we'll speak about it later in the review time. In the
Most
meantime,
definitely.
like, follow, and subscribe. And it's also important to let people know the most important thing, the most important answer in the universe right now is the answer to the question of what is the Ad Lib Podcast all about?
We're back on this.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're back on this. So before Joe interrupted us, yes, the Ad Lib Podcast is all about movies, all about series, and all about, kind of once about video games
Once
as well.
in a while, yeah.
Not very much lately, especially. Today we'll be talking, like I said, about the Oscars. So it's going to be Oscars night, and then later on we will have a couple of reviews from Franco. Joe, do you have anything to review today?
No, I don't. I haven't managed to watch anything last week.
Same here.
No.
Same here. Yeah, it's been a busy week. But shall we get into it? Joe, what have you been up to this past week?
Working, mostly. To be completely honest, as I said, I didn't manage to watch anything. I do need to catch up on White Lotus. I have only seen the first episode of the latest season, and I liked it. I just need to find the time. Maybe I'll actually binge them after this, to be fair. But no, it's been a busy old one, but this week should be a lot easier. I need to actually check what's coming out as well. Like, I didn't manage to catch Presents. What is the next big thing coming out?
Next big thing is, oh my god.
I guess Mickey 17, no?
Mickey 17, that's the one. That's the one.
Mickey 17, yeah, Mickey 17. Ballerina. Well, that's March.
No, that's later on.
No, I think that's not until June.
Snow White, I guess, right?
So
It's actually coming out?
Yes, it is.
When?
Very soon. It's been advertised at Eden for a long time now.
I haven't seen, at least in the films I've gone to, a single trailer. I know that over here in the UK, they kind of, if you go watch a horror film, they give you more like horror trailers. So maybe that's why.
Oh, we've got The Monkey still to come out in Malta. It still hasn't come out.
The Monkey still.
No.
It's March 5th. Yes, March 5th.
March 5th. Mickey 17 in Malta. It's coming out on the 12th of March. Black
I
Bag.
I think on the 7th over here.
Yeah. What's Black Bag?
Black Bag is a real. You haven't seen the trailer?
It looks quite cool.
That's the Soderbergh one.
Oh, it's a Soderbergh movie. Okay.
Yes.
That guy likes to release 2 movies at once.
It's a decent cast, eh? Nome Harris, Kate Blanchett, Tom Burke, Roger Jean Page, Marisabella. Decent cast. Maybe I'll check it out if it's.
No, the trailer looks good, huh?
And I'm going to watch the Hans Zimmer concert that's coming out in Malta. Well, I mean, it's coming out every month.
Okay.
On the 19th. I believe it's on the 19th. There's one on the 19th and one on the 23rd showing. I'm going to go to the one on Sunday 23rd. Looking forward to that because it sounds like a good time.
Speaking of George Miller, they're going to re-release Babe over here, Joe.
What?
Because I saw your tweet.
On my tweet of telling everyone to give George Miller whatever he wants because he has a finished Mad Max script.
Yes, apparently. Yes.
But he's like, it'll only get made if the planets align, and like the guy is 80 years old. Like, just give him everything. Give him everything he wants.
What about you, Franco? What have you been up to?
Working, doing some editing. Tomorrow I go filming again for Dark Malta Tours. Shout out to Dark Malta Tours. I've been doing their TikTok basically. I have a movie also in the editing process right now for the April Fool's Short Film Festival. Let me repeat that again. April Fool's Short Film Festival. And looking forward to finish the final cut by this week. And for anyone, if there's any Maltese who are listening, please say hi. Don't be shy. We don't bite. We like to discuss movies and other stuff. Please do consider participating. But the deadline is on the 16th of March. And also, let's do a shout out to Indie Dog Film here in Malta, which showcases locally produced short movies. It's always good to give the support to local creatives as well. Yeah. And please keep your eyes peeled because we're on the 18th of March. I can go public on this. On the 18th of March, there's a meeting organized by Solidarieta about the creatives and artists union here in Malta. So keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to share some details on Facebook mostly, and hopefully I can also put it on my Twitter, which is now the_Malteser. And it's very exciting. It's very exciting. We had the first meeting, I think last week. Very, very promising. Lots of young people showing up and showing their support and showing their enthusiasm to change the industry slow, bit by bit. But it's a great first step in this journey, basically.
Good stuff.
Oh, wait, just a second, because you were muted on here.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Good stuff, Franco. Good stuff. So, in my case, I've been extremely busy. I've watched a few films. I watched a couple of Fellinis in the past few days. We're going to be talking about him at university, so I said I'll check out some of the films I hadn't watched. Amarcord I had watched. I wanted to rewatch. Roma I hadn't watched. Roma I watched, and I loved it. I don't think there's a Fellini I don't love so far, to be perfectly honest. And I'm quite deep into his filmography now. Amarcord I adore. Amarcord I had watched it.
Amarcord, it's amazing.
I love it. It's like such a stunning film. And apart from that, I've been working on an assignment about King Arthur, hence the Lancelot of the Lake and Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Monty Python is still one of the, probably, I'd say, the funniest film I've ever watched personally. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I think, is it the funniest film I've ever watched?
It's up there. I would say.
It's up there. It's up
It's
there.
definitely up there. It's definitely up there. And yeah, it's just the just the jokes. How smart the writing is for some of the jokes is just ridiculous. But then you get the very, very, you know, what was it? The French guy saying when the French guy's on the castle and he starts taunting King God, I spit in your general direction.
Right.
So it's a lovely mixture of very smart humor, political humor, commentary on class and so on. But at the same time, then you've got this like really stupid but extremely funny taunting going on as well. It's a great mixture. It's one of, like I said, one of the best comedy films I think I've ever watched.
Andrea,
Yeah.
European swallow or African swallow?
Depends on the distance, depends on the weight, depends on a lot of factors, my friend. But I am no expert. I am no expert on swallows. Oh, that discussion! I had a stitch during that discussion. But yeah, it's pretty much been my week. Very busy working and trying to keep up with films. I also watched the first couple of episodes of White Lotus, which I've been enjoying very much. What do you think about the cast of characters, Joe, so far?
I mean, I've only seen one episode, but I'm intrigued. I'll say that much.
Yeah. I think it's decent so far. I don't think it reaches the heights. It's reached the heights of season 2 so far. But to be fair, we're only 2 episodes in, so
yeah.
I think it's on the level of season 1. I would say so. I'd say it's on
Season one was great. To be fair, I just love the White Lotus.
Yeah, so do I. I preferred season 2 probably just on the basis of the setting. That's pretty much it. Because I just love Sicily. Like I could live in Sicily if possible. So that's probably the only reason why. To be fair, there was also a fantastic group of characters in season 2. Peppa Pig, like that. That is again talking about one of the funniest moments. That for me is one of the funniest moments on television. The Peppa Pig moment, like just the delivery, the line delivery, like everything about it was so funny. But yes, I've been loving White Lotus. I've been trying to keep up with Severance. I'm on episode 6 right now. I've heard a lot of amazing stuff about episode 7, and I'm really looking forward to finding the time to check out episode 7. So far, it's been I'd say a little slower than season 1, but season 1 was also quite slow. So I don't think it's reached the heights of season 1 so far. To be fair, season 1 had the wow factor that we've never seen anything like this before. Season 2 is still very strong. Don't get me wrong; it's very strong, well worth a watch. It's definitely well worth a watch. However, I'd say it hasn't reached the levels of season 1 so far. To be fair, I've also heard that episode 7 is one of the best episodes of Severance so far. So maybe we're right there, right? So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see. But that's been my week so far. Guys, shall we move on to the Oscars? What do you think?
Go.
Vamonos. So, what happened, Franco?
Sorry, I just got a comment. Hassan is banned. Shillalla for Rick Scott. Anyway, this is from Twitch. Hello, the Based Opinion. I also am angry at you because yesterday you sent me down a brain rotting path, Maltese brain rot. But anyway, time to talk about movies this time.
Yes.
Talk about the Oscars.
Time to talk about the Oscars. Wait, where did my camera go? Oh no.
Oh no. Rick Scott got him.
Yeah, should be good. Okay, so let's get into the Oscars. Documentary short film. We skip.
So yeah, I haven't seen. I mean, they look. By the way, they look quite. Fuck you, the Based Opinion. Fuck you very much. I guess I have to settle for the Maltese June version of Hassan. Wow, man.
Ouch. Ouch.
Damn, Ben, just a second.
That's very harsh.
Just a second. Time out for 600 seconds. There you
Very
go.
harsh comment. But I really should check out these shorts. I mean, considering the fact that I'll be working on a short next year, so I really need to get on to watching like these great shorts that are nominated at the Oscars to get a better idea of the pacing and so on. But yeah, so the only girl in the orchestra winning for documentary short film. Best live action short film is I'm Not a Robot. Congrats to them, of course, and congrats to all the nominations. Best animated short film, In the Shadow of the Cypress. That's the winner. Congrats to them as well. Best makeup and hairstyling. I guess we can start with that. And I believe this may be the only win for The Substance. Am I right?
It is.
This is the only win for The Substance, which is a shame because I was hoping for a Best Actress win for Demi Moore, but we'll get into that later on. So, best makeup and hairstyling, we've got Different Man, Emilia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked. Joe, I'm going to start with you. Deserved? Who should have won it? Or do you agree?
I would say deserved for The Substance. But there's not much more that needs to be said.
Yeah.
The stuff they're doing with makeup in that film is ridiculous, and it's, I would say, 90% practical as well.
Yes.
100%.
So
yeah.
I have no issues with that winning. I'm happy it got an award.
Yeah.
For a horror film like that to win an Academy Award of any kind is a huge deal. Maybe now the Academy will lighten up a little bit when it comes to horror.
Yep. I don't think that's going to happen. They'll give them some technical stuff to shut their mouths, but I don't think they'll go for the bigger ones. Franco.
By the way, have you seen the opening sketch?
Yes.
No. I died laughing. You saw it, right, Joe?
Yeah.
We're gonna say nothing and try and find it, Andrea.
Did you watch the whole show, Joe, or just?
No, but I've seen like most of like the big bits that they did here and there, and it looked like a good show on the whole.
Okay. No, I haven't watched anything.
I watched it all. Great vocal performances, surprisingly, even by Cynthia Erivo in live. So it was quite, something. It was decent, like I said. But the opening sketch, you have to watch it.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think about The Substance winning, Franco? Best makeup and hairstyling.
We're gonna go as well. But there was a streamer that was quite disappointed that Demi Moore didn't get the best actress. So there's that. The Substance winning. I wish it won more awards, to be honest. But there was some tough competition. As far as best director goes, best movie as well. But it winning the makeup and hairstyling, it's like a wink rather than a nod. A wink's like, here you have it, you know.
Yeah. But I think well deserved overall.
Yeah.
Well deserved overall. So best costume design and Wicked is the winner, competing with Nosferatu, Gladiator 2, Conclave, and a complete unknown. Still shocked that Dune did not get a best costume design nomination. Like some of the costumes in Dune were ridiculously good. Like I can comment because I had like 1,000 words of my assignment on Dune on the costumes. So I delved really deeply into the costumes and the thought process behind the costumes. There was a lot of work that went into the costumes. I mean, it could definitely have fit in there. Definitely could have fit in there, either with a complete unknown or Conclave, even Nosferatu. I would have put it above those three, definitely. Gladiator 2 had some bloody good costumes. I'll give it that. And I think Wicked is the well-deserved winner. What do you think, guys?
I vehemently disagree.
Okay, interesting.
There's two particular categories I disagree with the awards that it went to, and this is one of them. You have Nosferatu right there. Like in terms of attention to period detail, it's not getting much better than. In my opinion. I mean, Wicked, I did finally watch it. Like I think like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I just watched it at home. It's fine, and that's gonna piss off probably a lot of theatre docs who maybe listen to this. I do think it's overlong. It doesn't know what blocking is, and its lighting and its color is just. I
said in my review, Joe, the cinematography. Does the framing and even the editing. Some of the editing was.
It doesn't know what blocking is. In
no.
It makes no use of it, and the light. You combine that with really flat lighting and a really drab color palette for the world that it's set in. It baffles me how it came out looking like that.
And considering, like the source material, like when you've got one of the most beautifully Technicolor films, come before it. Or a little less than 100 years ago, but we're not far either. And then you come out with, like you said, Joe, that drab color palette, really flat lighting.
It looks like an Audi car commercial. The way it's lit in college, I don't get it.
And
Yes, my winner for this would have been Nosferatu, just because of the attention to detail and the period accuracy in that regard.
Yeah, and I'll conclude my rant on Wicked with this. Like, when the photographs of the sets look better than the actual film, that's when you have to look at the director and the cinematographer and question what was going on with the creative decisions.
And the colorist as well, because I don't know what's going on there.
Yep. What do you think, Franco?
I mean, it was expected, and at least production design. I know the production design was well deserved, and we know Nathan Crowley always makes lots of very detailed decisions in his production design. Wicked winning costume design. I think they went for the because the costume designer said that he was the first African American to win the award. I think they went for that. Not that it's not. I haven't seen Wicked yet. It seems like the production design, at least the production design, minus the coloring and whatnot, seemed decent enough. Especially they did I saw the behind the scenes of the Wizard of Oz with the face, that it was actually practical.
Yes. I watched it today, coincidentally, Franco, as I was eating.
The Corridor Crew.
The Corridor Crew, yes, episode on the VFX.
I mean. So again, because I'm with Joe with this one. It's like Nosferatu right there, you know.
Yeah, for me that was production design winner as well. When you look at how many things are in the frame at once and the detail paid to it, it's the fact that like most of it's lit with candlelight as well. Yeah. Some of the sets in Wicked, yes, they are impressive.
This is a really nice costume, by the way.
It's a nice costume, but I mean, it's not really much of a disappointment. I would have wished that Nosferatu won, but I think this is.
Yes, now that I'm seeing these, I agree with you guys. That Nosferatu should have won. Yep, no, I agree with you guys. Watching and just looking at these, it's been a while since I watched Wicked. Now, in my head, the costumes look much better. I mean, I'm not saying they suck. They're fine. Like, I think it's a deserved nomination, but it shouldn't have won. Neither over Nosferatu, and definitely not over Gladiator 2, which had some bloody good costumes. I didn't like the film, but the costumes, I tipped my head. Yeah, so that's Wicked. But I guess they needed to give a nod to Wicked as well. The theater kids would have been really angry if they didn't. Best production design here. This is a tough one. Because Wicked winning Best Production Design with Nosferatu, Dune Part 2, Conclave, and Brutalist nominated. Joe.
I've yet to see Brutalist, Madonna.
Production design. I guess we've kind of commented about production design as well.
Yeah, for me, I would have liked Nosferatu. A close second would have been Dune 2.
Yeah, I would have given it to Dune, to be perfectly honest. That the world is so seamless, and then the mixture of CGI and practical effects is so seamless. It's like, for me, Dune should have taken this, and of course VFX took VFX. So we'll talk about it later on. Franco,
have you guys seen? Who has seen The Brutalist?
I have.
Joe?
Yep.
Oh, you seen it? You saw it as well? I have. So it's only me missing then. Because my father told me, "Oh, there's The Brutalist out, and it's 3 hours." Like, yeah, I know.
More than 3 hours.
So
3.5.
3.5. So there's that. Yeah, what you guys said basically.
Yeah.
But I would go for Nosferatu rather than Dune Part 2.
Okay.
Hot take. But because Nosferatu is like the period pieces really went hard in the details, and it's typical Eggers as well.
Yeah.
So and Dune Part 2, because Dune Part 2 is it's like don't get me wrong, it's like a rehash of Dune Part 1. We've seen it. Somehow we've seen it already, and it's not meaning that it doesn't reduce the greatness that is Dune Part 2. Obviously subjectively, but I would have gone for Nosferatu.
Fair enough. Best visual effect. So this was a really tough choice, in my opinion, because Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, in my opinion, all have fantastic CGI.
Fantastic.
Wicked has decent CGI. I wasn't a fan.
I thought the monkeys looked pretty crap in Wicked.
Speaking of monkeys,
Yeah.
There's a lot of no compared to Kingdom and Better Man, and compared to Better Man, like in Better Man, it's again talk about seamless. Holy shit, man! Kingdom, of course, for me, like that is next level VFX by that's what Vita, right?
I think so, yeah, Weta.
Yeah.
Even Better Man. Better Man is Vita, if I'm not mistaken, not DNEG.
I mean, if you want to get apes on the screen and then have them look great, you know who you need to hire.
Yes.
This was a really tough choice because even Alien Romulus, they showed that scene with the spaceship crashing. Oh my god, that CGI, that's ridiculous! Like it's so seamless.
Very good looking film.
Ridiculously good. So this was one of the, in my opinion, this was one of the toughest choices this year. I think we've had some really great looking visual effects this year, at least from the top 4. Do you agree?
Then you look at Dune and you have the part of the sandworms jumping through the sandstorm.
Yeah. It's such a beautiful mixture of sound design, VFX, practical effects, and it works. Like, and it's not just VFX for VFX sake. It's like a build up to that moment, right, of the storytelling. And I don't know, have you seen the illustration of the sandworms?
Yeah.
Like it's a perfect representation of that illustration. I believe Villeneuve had commented that from day one they wanted that scene from that illustration. They wanted to build up to that scene. So I think, definitely I'm not complaining about Dune Part 2 winning. I love that film. That was my favorite film of the year. But there was very strong competition. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes teams come up with. Hopefully they take care of the pacing of the film a little bit more next time around, because the pacing was a little bit off. Shall we move on, guys? Best sound. Dune Part 2, again, cannot complain. We've got a complete unknown, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. Nominated. The Wild Robot had some fantastic sound, man. What do you think, guys? Joe?
No, I can't argue with that one.
No arguments, no notes.
Yeah. I wrote another 1,000 words about the sound in Dune, and like the detail and the work they went into for the sound design of Dune is just blows my mind. Like you could write a whole 25,000 word thesis on the sound design in Dune. It's so good. Best music. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I've completely forgot El Mal. But is El Mal the one with Zoe Saldana?
No, it's. If I'm not mistaken, no. I think so. It's with the ones where she's dancing with the politicians.
Is she the one she's accusing the politicians, right?
Let me check.
I'm gonna play it really quickly just to get.
Yes, it's Carla Sofia Gascon and Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, that's the one. It was a good song. It was a good song. I'll give it that. That was probably my favorite moment from the film. Joe, you watched Emilia Perez?
No, I refuse to.
Okay.
Good, Joe. Let them know.
I don't have the time for that kind of film in my life. I just don't.
It's a DNF. It was a DNF for me. I think I have to just force myself to watch crap movies and just write DNF. But oh my god, when they accepted the award, the self-absorption.
It was one of the cringiest moments of the night.
Oh no, what did they say?
It was so cringe.
They started singing it and like no one sang along.
No.
It's like Emilia. It wasn't even a song in the movie. That's the thing. They went like Emilia. It's like shut the fuck up.
No, pain.
Thank God that film didn't win anything.
Oh god.
So even Conan O'Brien took a dig at Carla's like, don't tweet about this.
It's been my favorite thing seeing it every day nearly on Twitter. There's the meme from the really bad Star Wars movie Rise of Skywalker where it's General Hux on the floor, and it's like, I don't need Anora to win, I just need Emilia Perez to lose. And that's how I felt every day.
Oh my god. Anyways, what was the competition? The Journey. I have not watched the 6 888. That's a Netflix film, right? About some war film. I believe. Sing Sing. Oh, I wish Sing Sing got more nominations. It's such a great film. So underrated, man. Sing Sing. Seriously underrated film. That, I think, Joe, I know I'm the one who doesn't feel emotions, but I actually felt like real emotion in Sing Sing.
It's good to know that you're somewhat alive.
Yes. No crying or anything, but man, it broke me at moments. Sing Sing. Beautiful film. Deserved much more. Mi Camino, Emilia Perez, and Never Too Late, Elton John, Never Too Late. I'm going to be honest with you. What could have won from these? I don't know.
I don't know half of them, so
yeah.
I refrain from commenting on this category.
You haven't seen Like a Bird? Sing Sing.
I've seen Sing Sing, but I can't
remember there.
I can't remember the song either.
It's the only one I've seen, so I can't really give an honest opinion on this.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm just going to say Sing Sing just because I really like the film and wish it could have gotten an award. So, best music, original score. Okay, so The Brutalist had a fantastic score. We've got Conclave, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. We all know, of course, Dune Part 2 could not be nominated because for some damn reason they decided suddenly to stop nominations for films that, had their music already nominated or winning an Oscar. I don't know why. Suddenly it's a thing. But anyways, since Dune Part 2 cannot be there, what do you think, guys, about the winner?
I think it's bullshit.
Okay.
I think it's bullshit because the winner wasn't even nominated. At least my winner. And you guys should know by now who my winner is.
Of course.
How dare you not even nominate Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross? How dare you?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Followed quickly by The Substance for me as well, and they were pretty similar.
Yes.
So I
they were so
have
similar.
a thing for that kind of soundtrack, but the Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross one, after Challenges, I must have listened to that album every day for about a month.
How does that not get nominated? I don't get
How does
it.
it win a Golden Globe and not get nominated?
I don't get how it's not nominated.
No, it's ridiculous. The fact that film isn't nominated for more things is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like even editing, I should have been in the run for editing.
Editing, just the scene at the end.
Cinematography. Like I wasn't the biggest fan of that film. And I still have to rewatch it, mind you. But editing, cinematography, and soundtrack was the definite nomination, if not competing for the win, especially for soundtrack. I agree with you completely. I especially love the Conclave soundtrack. I really
it's a great soundtrack. Even
really
The Brutalist is a great soundtrack.
Yeah, The Brutalist is a great soundtrack.
I watched those films and I really enjoyed those soundtracks.
And The Wild Robot, mind you, Joe. The Wild Robot also had a fantastic soundtrack.
Another great soundtrack as well. But any of those films I've just mentioned, I have not gone back and listened to the soundtrack ever again.
I have listened to the Conclave one a few times because I really liked it, and it's a good, study soundtrack.
For me, whenever I've been doing work, some writing and stuff like that, it's the Challenges one.
Yeah,
because I just vibe the fuck out.
Isn't that too heavy for work?
No, it's awesome. Are you kidding?
I think I'd get distracted and forget my work.
I
Franco,
like a fitness class or something, like spinning on a bike where it's just the Challenges soundtrack.
That's true. Franco, what do you think? Agree with this?
I agree with what Joe said. Like, where is Challengers?
Yeah. I don't get it. either. Yeah. Moving on.
Pun intended, but the Academy missed a beat with that one.
All right, so best cinematography. So The Brutalist winning, competing with Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Maria, and Nosferatu. Hot take, I really love the Maria cinematography.
That's Eduardo Prieto, right?
Yes. That was Larraín, right? Directing it.
Yeah, Pablo Larraín. I haven't seen
Larraín.
it.
Yeah. Beautiful film. I enjoyed it. Wasn't too hot with the critics. But I personally really enjoyed it. I'm surprised Angelina Jolie did not get nominated for that role. But anyways, so Maria was a fantastic looking film. The Brutalist winning. Joe, what do you think about Brutalist winning cinematography?
I'm not angry about it, but I am at the same time. Because again, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but you have Jaron Blaschke and doing the things that he's doing with candlelight, guys. Okay, with candles, he's doing the things he's doing in Nosferatu. Just the scene of the Chariot alone is
That's all.
better than some of the things that we've seen in half of these films.
That's on film, right? As well.
Yes. And okay, the Brutalist, yes, it looks beautiful, and some of the cinematography is really good. The oneer at the end is a great oneer, one of the best ones I've seen in years. But I'm sorry, it is a different sport what is going on in Nosferatu, because people don't think about how important light is when it comes to cinematography. It is everything, and how you decide to use it. When you are using fucking candles, guys. If we go back to Barry Lyndon, Stanley Kubrick, where they invented a new camera, basically, and the lenses to take in enough light because they wanted to light it all with candlelight. Nowadays, we've got much better technology to do these things, but it is still a wild thing to do. Any other lighting department, the cinematographer would be like, no, we'll just mimic candlelight. We'll use actual lights.
And speaking of which, I think I'm currently realizing that I'm agreeing with you, because Jared Bleshke purposefully removed any red lighting.
Yes.
With the filters, it's like I think he had to make a filter for that same purpose.
Yes, for me, whenever I've seen a Jared Bleshke film that he shot, obviously all of Eggers, every film you're like, this guy is cooking with some gas that is not available to other people.
Yes.
And then seeing Nosferatu, I'm like, every other scene, I'm like, holy shit, how is he doing this?
However, guys, I have to say, for me, the winner should have been Dune Part 2. I think Dune Part 2.
Dune looks fantastic as well. Again, like with
some of the most beautiful scenes.
Yes, and even if Dune won, I'd be like, yeah, okay, some of it looks phenomenal. But just speaking as a huge fan of this guy's work and a fan of the film as well, for me, there was only one winner. And I thought it was going to be the only award it was going to get. I was so sure. I'm like, they're definitely going to give it to Bleshke, finally.
No, I don't think so.
I think he's been nominated for every film he's shot except for The Witch.
Didn't get a nomination for The Witch. Jesus.
No. I'm seeing right now. Did you know that he was the cinematographer for Shyamalan, Knock at the Cabin?
Yeah.
Yeah, does it look good though?
Yes, it's Shyamalan's best shot film ever.
No shit. Okay.
To be fair, the most recent one, the concert one, also looked good. Huh? He worked with a fantastic cinematographer for that as well. So
he always has good cinematography.
I can't remember his name. It's an Indian name.
Trap. Yeah.
Trap. It's an Indian name. The cinematographer.
No,
for Trap.
I think Thailand. He's Thai, not Indian.
Thai. Okay. Thanks for the correction. But
yes, he is.
Anyways, moving on to best film editing, and I'm going to come right out and say it. I left the cinema saying this is the best edited film of the year, Anora, competing with The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, and Wicked. What do you think, guys? Franco, start with you. Oh, sorry, I caught you on the wrong moment. Joe.
It's a very good win. It makes sense with what it's up against. So I have no complaints.
Yeah. I think it's...
No, makes sense.
What do you think, Franco? Yeah.
Very well paced. Shit. My water went to my nose.
Hot take. I think this is the only award the Anora should have won. But we'll get into the big ones later on.
That's a take and a half. Jesus Christ.
And I really liked Anora, mind you. I really liked Anora, but...
Fucking hell, we're firing shots.
I really liked Anora. But I think that it should have been the only. But we'll get into the big ones in just a second. I think here it was competing with Conclave. Conclave was another very well edited film. For a film that could have been extremely boring. That was one bloody fast 2 hours and something minutes for Conclave. So, but I'm glad Anora got the win for this one, because like I said, leaving it, I was definitely certain that this was the best edited film of the year. Franco, No Other Land winning, competing with Black Box Diaries, Porcelain War, Soundtrack to Coup d'etat, and Sugarcane. What do you think? Deserved?
So, yes, very well deserved. And my review is: if you don't feel angry at the end of this movie, you're not human. That's it. Very, very, very rough take, but that's it. Because I felt angry, and my review basically on Letterboxd, I wish I had half the balls of the filmmakers of this movie, because they faced lots of dangers. Like I think his cousin, and another person got shot.
Damn.
Like you see it in the documentary, and the impunity with which the violence was meted upon the village of the filmmakers in No Other Land is beyond comprehension. So that is my thing. If you don't feel angry at the end of this documentary, and you still think that whatever they're receiving is deserved, you are not human. Well, that's the only thing. And if I don't agree with any decisions the Academy goes with, this is one of the decisions I will stand 10 toes behind, because it is actually historic as well, considering that there was other considering how Hollywood was skewed to art, against artists being in favor of Palestine. We've seen people, Susan Sarandon losing her agency.
Yes.
Then there was the other actress who lost her role in Scream. Forgot her name. So it is historic. It is historic, and it's a very good decision. And funny enough, it is the only movie out of all the nominations that still has no distribution in the US.
Yes. Not in the US,
So-
not in Canada.
Exactly.
It's going to be available in the UK, I believe, Joe, very soon.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on it.
On Channel 4, am I right in saying it's going to be? I think I read somewhere it's going to be available on Channel 4.
Channel 4 would probably be the people that would.
Yeah.
Do Channel 4 have an online channel?
Yeah, they have-
It's going
they
to be
have all four.
available. It's going to be available online as well, I believe. So,
Nice.
so you can probably check it out there. Franco, I didn't know, but I found out right after. It was showcased in Malta, No Other Land.
Yes,
a
at
couple
St.
of
James-
days
St.
at
James
St. James.
Cathedral,
Yeah, I had no idea. I found out right after attended both showings, which is unfortunate.
No worries.
With one to watch it.
Listen. Even soundtrack to a coup d'etat was also a good contender. Don't get me wrong. Black Box Diaries as well. My father watched Black Box Diaries, and he said it's a harrowing watch. So there was competition. There was really good competition. But this needed to win. Like, this needed to win. That's all.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, moving on to Best Animated Feature Film, with a very interesting decision, Flow winning, competing with Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and The Wild Robot. Is this how long has it been now since a Disney film won? Because I feel like it's been quite a while.
3 years.
3 years. Damn.
We're doing it, guys. We're doing it.
Damn. Congrats, indie animation films.
Yeah.
The hate is working. Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
this Oscars indie films really
Yes, it's true.
well, like with The Substance and
Anora.
Anora.
Yeah.
They had a sweep, huh?
Good.
Do you get the feeling though that you know every kind of like decade or period, the Oscar and Oscar voters kind of have like a favorite style of film, which always wins, right?
Yeah.
You've got the period of the epics. The epic always wins. You've got the period of the that one singer, and every year a singer wins. So a film about a singer wins. Right now in this period of time, the winners are very confusing, because we've got last year we had Oppenheimer winning Best Picture. Then the year before was Everything Everywhere All at Once, which was kind of like an indie darling film, right? So it's like it's a very mixed bag, which is fine by me. I love variety, although I didn't really like Everything Everywhere All at Once. But you know,
You're allowed to be wrong.
variety is fine, right? But it's interesting. I don't think there's ever been a period of time where the Oscars were this varied, like in their voting decisions, especially not early on in the Oscar creations, because the early. I don't know, guys, if you've ever done a week where you watched all the Oscar-winning films from the early years, but I did, and I was bored to tears midway through. Like, I'm not saying
they're gonna have a stinker pretty soon, because they have to.
Sure.
They're gonna have like another Green Book or another Coda, like that.
Coda.
So you didn't like Coda?
It was fine. It was fine. It was okay.
It was fine. Like, it's so unmemorable.
The most 3 out of 5 film ever.
Yeah, it's a lip dub again. It's a lip dub choice basically. Oh look, we see you guys, we see you.
Yeah.
That
the power
was
of the dog right there. Like,
that was 2020. Madonna, the power of the dog didn't win because of Coda. Oh no, let's move on because I'll
I remember
go on a
seeing that the
rant.
next morning, and I was just like, "What?"
We hadn't started the podcast right there.
No,
I don't think so.
No, I had done a YouTube video. I had done a whole rant about it on a YouTube video. Why? Because Power of the Dog didn't win because of fucking Coda. But moving on. I'm Still Here, winner for best. Holy shit! Not The Seed of the Sacred Fig. Damn.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm Still Here looks fantastic, huh? Looks
Okay.
fantastic.
I haven't watched I'm
I've seen
Still
some
Here.
clips. I've seen some clips, and the story. It's also a story about that's based during the Brazil dictatorship.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even the Seed of the Sacred Fig also has really thorny political issues.
Yes. I watched The Seed of the Sacred Fig. It's a fantastic
I
film.
haven't seen it yet.
It's a fantastic film. Fantastic film.
I haven't seen any of the foreign language features, unfortunately.
I've heard very good stuff about The Girl with the Needle as well. Cinematography looks beautiful, but I have to check it out.
I think Francesca, friend of the show, Francesca said she loved it.
Yes. She messaged me a lot about that film.
Anyway.
Yeah, moving on. Best writing. Okay, now we get to the big ones. Best writing adapted screenplay, with Conclave winning and competing with Complete Unknown, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing.
He said something strange, right? It's like he said it's my writing. He said.
Who said that?
Or maybe I'm misremembering. This guy, Peter Strogan. It's like it's not adapted. It's my writing. It's like what?
But you're adapting another person's piece of work, though. That is what adaptation means.
But don't quote me on this. I'm sure I'm misremembering. But I'm like, what I remember it going like, that's a strange comment to do. But anyway,
I never get this thing that Hollywood looks down on the word adapted. Like, what's like adapted? Like, once upon a time, Hollywood survived on adaptations. Like, in the period of time when cinema was trying to justify its existence as an art, the only way they believed they could do this was through adaptations. You've read Bazin? No, Franco?
Not fully. Because it is quite dense, Bazin.
It is.
That's what is Andre Bazin? What is it?
What is cinema? What is cinema?
What is cinema 1 and 2, right?
And then I forgot if it was 1 and 2, but he has a chapter on adaptations and on like the history of adaptations.
I remember reading it. It's like, holy shit, this is dense.
Yeah, that chapter especially is like super dense, and it's tough. But you know, like, cinema justified its existence as an art with adaptations, adapting Shakespeare plays, and adapting like big books, adapting whatever Steinbeck books and whatever, right? So I don't get why in today's world suddenly adaptations have become like, no, this is not an adaptation. No, it's original. It's mine. It's like either everyone's head is become massive and everyone thinks they're God's gift to earth. They use Shakespeare.
But I mean, adaptation just means based on a previously existing IP. It's Bobby was nominated for a best adapted screenplay.
Yeah. Even Nosferatu could go under here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but
I haven't watched Nickel Boys. Guys, have you watched Nickel? Sorry, Franco.
No. It's I was gonna say that I really like the quip by Conan O'Brien because these sections, the writing both were presented by Amy Poehler, which does Joy in Inside Out.
Yeah.
And he said, and here to present the award is Amy Poehler, who does Joy, the opposite of writing. Such a good quip.
Great voice actress, by the way, as Joy.
Nickel Boy seems interesting. Interestingly filmed. Like,
yes.
Meant to be very good.
Yeah, like from his POV, it seems like. Again, from a few clips I've seen.
Yeah, but apart from that, I agree with this. I think Conclave is a well-deserved winner.
Conclave is a very, very good script.
Fantastic script
Yeah.
and great adaptation.
It depends on its script. Like, it's a talky drama.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Now, original screenplay is Anora winning, competing with The Brutalist, Real Pain, September 5, and The Substance. Franco, what do you think about this? Anora winning best screenplay.
I can only compare between it and The Substance. I mean, it's a. I think a real pain was well written, despite it being no, or was it?
Yes. I think Anora is a better written film, but yes, A Real Pain was a well written film as well.
And I feel like Anora did deserve to win it. It's very well filmed, and the way the actors make the script, there's like you can it feels like it was very it feels alive. That's how I feel. Like,
Yeah,
so
I'll give it best writing. Yes, it deserved this as well.
It's a fantastic screenplay.
Yeah. No, I'll give it this as well. I prefer The Substance as a film compared to Anora.
But the Substance is much less of a screenplay rather than a lot of montages. In terms of originality, it's a lot better, the fact that they came out with something like that. But as a screenplay itself, it's lesser than Anora.
Agreed completely. What about The Brutalist? Joe, what do you think about the screenplay there?
It's a perfectly fine screenplay, but it's like, it doesn't flow as well. I mean, because it's part of like the deliberate pacing of the film as well. Anora is so electric in the way that it's written. When like the big inciting incident happens, which you guys will know, and to not spoil for anyone that hasn't seen Anora, the amount of dialogue going on at different times, and it's all notable, and it's so quippy and sharp, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I agree. I made a mistake. Anora definitely deserved.
And it's something Baker has never done before as well.
Best actor in a supporting role. Yes, Franco.
Quick shilling, sorry, because in 3 minutes there's going to be ads on the Twitch, so consider subscribing for free via Twitch Prime or $6 a month, or else switch on to YouTube and give a subscription and give a subscribe and a like on the Ad Lib Podcast channel, and you'll avoid the ads, and you can still continue to listen to us talking. All right. Yeah, sorry.
So
the ads are going to start in 3 minutes. It's the usual ad read I have to do.
So we've got Yura Borisov for Anora, Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. And the winner is Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain. Anyone watched A Real Pain here, guys?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Joe?
Not.
He's great. He is great, but he is kind of doing like the Kieran Culkin thing he's been doing since Succession, and he's the best at it as well. I'm happy he won, because it is a fairly well-deserved award. Who I would have wanted, but the Academy was never going to do it, would have been Yura Borisov. Because what that guy does without having to say that all that much is more impressive than Kieran Culkin's very neurotic, kind of nerdy, fast-talking, twitchy guy, in my opinion.
Hot take. I would have given it to Jeremy Strong.
He's also fantastic. I mean, a part of me feels deprived of the speech he would have gotten from Jeremy Strong had he won that award. But no, it was a very tough category as well. They're all very good performances. There's not one which I feel is very throwaway. Like when we get to Best Supporting Actress, I'm going to make a statement which might upset Andrea, but we'll see.
No, it's not going to upset me at all.
No, even the fact that Kieran Culkin, I heard this take from. This is the second time that I heard this take.
Oh, Joe.
I'm here. Don't worry, I'm here.
Okay.
I just clicked something by accident.
Oh.
So Kieran Culkin. It's the second time I hear this take. He is not really a supporting actor because he shares this screen time with Jesse Eisenberg equally, you know.
I know, but they take supporting actor of who's second billing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be A Real Pain starring Jesse Eisenberg with
Kieran Culkin.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I mean, he was always going to win this. This was one of the surefire wins for the evening, Kieran Culkin. Okay, Joe, go. Oh, wait, 1 second. Let me read the whole thing. So we've got Best Actress in a Supporting Role, Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown. She was very good in A Complete Unknown, by the way. Ariana Grande, Wicked, Felicity Jones, The Brutalist, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, and Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez. And that is the winner, Zoe Saldana. Joe, go for it.
Did you mention Rossellini?
Yes,
Yeah,
Isabella
yeah, yeah.
Rossellini,
Yes.
Conclave.
Yes, Rossellini should not be there
Really? Why not?
because she has one line which she delivers in that film.
But
Otherwise, she stands in the background looking pissed off. I'm sorry, she got nominated because she is Isabella Rossellini. It is not worthy of a nomination. This nomination should have gone to Margaret Qualley in The Substance, and she could have won. She very well could. It probably would have been my winner because not only what she's doing outwardly, the performance as a whole, the choreography she needs to learn for the dances as Sue in that role are ridiculous, and just physically and emotionally what she's portraying in that film is ridiculous, and again something we haven't seen from this person. The Rossellini one, I remember before I watched Conclave, Andrea, you mentioned to me like, oh, like she's got like a one really good scene and then you see why she's so good. It's fine, but I'm sorry, you do not get a Best Supporting Actress nomination for delivering one line in a film.
I'm totally on board with Joe's take.
it was more
Especially
than
when
one
you mentioned
line.
It was
the
especially
whole
when you
speech,
mentioned
you know?
She had maybe like a 2-minute relevant role in a film
Yeah.
which is over 2 hours.
But she also had the scenes where she was taking care of the other nuns. Well,
Yes,
she
but
had
it's so nothing. Like,
But there's
come on.
Margaret. I mean, again, compare Margaret Qualley and the things that she had to do physically
Yeah,
to Isabella's role as well. No,
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes.
I think even Lily Rose. Not Lily Rose Depp.
Lily Rose Depp would have been for Best Actress because she was first billed in that film.
So I'm thinking of another very physical performance. I forgot.
Shit, I personally think you put she's first billed, but if we're splitting hairs, you put Zendaya above Isabella Rossellini. Zendaya in Challenges.
He likes challengers. This guy really likes challengers.
I will champion Challenges till the day I die. It's a fucking crime that wasn't included in anything.
Anyway,
But Zoe Saldana taking the win. I mean,
Yes,
it
this
was
the
always
one award this was going to get.
Yeah, it was always going to win this, right?
And she gave the phoniest fucking speech I've ever seen in my life. And I just avoided questions about Mexican culture.
She apologized, right? Didn't she apologize? I saw something on Twitter.
I don't remember that bit. I just saw like some reporters asking her, and she just danced around the question
Look,
like they danced in that fucking shit film.
look, listen. You want a good movie about trans? There's Sean Baker, Tangerine.
Exactly.
That's it.
Thank you.
It's an amazing down to earth movie. Doesn't pretend to be something which is not.
Yeah.
And
Made with a fucking iPhone as well.
Exactly.
And actually made with an iPhone, not with an iPhone with a fucking $60,000 lens attached to it. It's actually made with an iPhone.
Yeah, iPhone and the gimbal. That's all.
Don't you love these photos of an iPhone and then you see like this massive lens,
Oh, no, it's such bullshit.
costs-
man. Like, oh, we're shooting this film on an iPhone.
which costs more than my house? The lens costs more than my house, but we're
Yeah.
shooting on an iPhone.
The iPhone, you're using the fucking processor. That's
you
all
see
you're
the
using.
phone there, and then you see like this massive zoom lens.
Yeah, and then they mentioned the new 28 Days movie. Like,
yes,
it's
that's the one. That's the one.
on an iPhone.
Oh, it's so funny. But then you see the
iPhone
small
5S,
phone there.
by the way.
Yeah. Anyways, best actor in a leading role. We've got.
Sorry, and
Franco.
again, I'm going to champion this. Another good trans movie. I saw the TV Glow.
Okay. Shit,
Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet, Madonna.
Yeah,
I
good film.
started it and never finished it.
You liked it, Joe?
Yeah, it's an odd flavor to digest, but it is very interesting.
All right. Nice. Because I liked it the second time round. That's the thing.
Okay.
So the first time I was like, this is frustrating, and then the second time now, it's frustrating, but I understand why.
It's not the easiest watch in the world. I'll give it that. Like, I'm not clamoring to go and watch I Saw the TV Glow, probably ever again. But I'm glad I watched it.
All right, so
Anyway.
we've got Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Common Domingo for Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice, and the winner was Adrian Brody, The Brutalist, with a little help from AI. What do you think, guys? Franco.
Keep
Or
steroids out
Jojo.
of sports is what I think.
I am.
Keep steroids out of sport is what I think. And I said in my review of The Brutalist, Brody is very good physically, emotionally, and stuff like that.
He is.
But I'm sorry, I unless you show me what his accent was like before the AI enhancement, and I can make some kind of comparison, like if it, even to be fair, if it's the slightest little touch, I don't really like it. And I liked what Chalamet was doing in his campaign of like really pushing of like, guys, I want to be great, and I think that's a good thing. Ambition is good. But out of left field, who I wanted to win, and he was never ever going to win, was Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing.
I'm actually with you, because I feel like Coleman Domingo and Sebastian Stan were very worthy winners. Chalamet, I think Chalamet is going to go down the journey of Leonardo DiCaprio. He'll end up being 40 years old and then win the Oscar.
100%.
Sorry, Timothy, friend of the show, Timothy.
he'll get fucked by a bear and then win.
No, it's what's going to happen is, I'm sure you guys have seen the meme as well. Everyone's been sharing that scene from the Social Network of "I'm not coming for 30%, I'm coming for all of it," and that's going to be Villeneuve with Dune Messiah. So Dune Messiah is going to sweep everything.
The only problem is when you actually read Dune Messiah, notice that Dune Messiah is not the Return of the King. It is the anti-Return of the King.
Yeah, a lot of people posting that meme and posting about like Dune Messiah is going to win everything. I don't think a lot of these people have actually read Dune Messiah, and I haven't read it. I've just seen like plot outlines and stuff.
I read the whole thing.
I'm thinking like, how do you turn this into a legible film?
Joe, I read the whole thing. Trust me, it's a fantastic book. It's really fantastically, and I hate subversion, but it subverts the first book so well. But I have no idea how you turn that into a film. I genuinely have no idea how you turn that into a film. Especially with the direction they took Zendaya's character. That I really have no idea what they're going to do about that. Yeah.
It's going to be weird. At least they're not going for the Godworm Dune, because that's going to get even stranger.
Oh my God.
Good Lord. That book. It just gets weirder and weirder.
It goes off the rails once Frank Herbert dies.
It gets, even before he dies, it gets to a point where unless you are consuming something rather illegal, there is no way you can get through the books.
Unless you're constantly on mushrooms, it doesn't make much sense.
There is no way you could read the books. Like it's impossible. Like I'm like, I don't take anything. I couldn't continue the books. Like there's no way sober I could continue the books. Like it's impossible. Anyways, Adrian Brody winning for The Brutalist. I personally would have gone with Chalamet. I really dug his performance. In a
it was very good, to be fair.
I thought he perfectly, exemplified his character. But Adrian Brody was fine. He was good in The Brutalist.
You know what fucked Sebastian Stan's chances? The deal with the director of The Apprentice. That most probably fucked his chances to win, because Sebastian Stan in that movie was great. Same with Jeremy Strong as well. So,
so best actress in a leading role, and we've got Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez, Mikey Madison winning for Anora. The unfortunate, who I think should have won, was Demi Moore, The Substance, and Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. I haven't watched I'm Still Here. I've heard some very, very, very good stuff about Fernanda Torres' performance, though. Franco, what do you think?
The more I'm sitting with it, the more I think I have to agree with the streamer's take, Color and Coin, by the way, and your take. I think Demi Moore should have won it. Not that Mikey Madison didn't do a great job in Anora.
Brilliant.
But Demi Moore should have won it.
I think she goes places, Demi Moore, in The Substance. She goes emotional and physically. She goes places that are very impressive for her age.
For the mirror scene alone. Oh.
Yeah. And a very important performance as well, considering her age, considering this whole idea of the image of a woman. I think that performance deserved the win. What do you think, Joe?
It's a tough one for me. Very, very, very tough one, because I do agree with what you guys are saying. I do. In fact, when I had seen The Substance, I was like, this is my best actress, please. And please, from a horror film as wacky as that, please let her win. But then I did watch Anora. And I think when you consider what Mikey Madison has been in before, how old she is, and what she has to do in that film, and The Substance was a very physical role for Demi Moore. I'm not taking Whatever I say, I'm not taking anything away from Demi Moore's performance, because I love that performance and I love that film. It was my favorite film of last year, and it wasn't close. But what Mikey Madison is doing in Anora is not an easy thing to do. And we talk about physically as well. The pole dancing she had to learn, the choreography for the dances she had to do, the amount of emotions she's got to go through all at once when things are unfolding in that film. How big she needs to be without coming off as ridiculous is really, really impressive. What impressed me most is just how young she is as well, and the caliber that she's working at currently. It was neck and neck for me. I'm not upset about Mikey Madison. I'm very happy. In a way, it is a beautiful scenario of life imitating art, considering The Substance is about an aging celebrity who's being overtaken by someone younger and more beautiful. And then you have this happen as well. So I'm in a way that satisfies me.
Very meta.
But it was really tough. Those would have been my two winners. And I couldn't, like, I could wake up tomorrow and go, like, no, it should have gone to Demi Moore, but then I could wake up the next day and gone, like, no, Mikey Madison deserved it. That's how close it is for me on this one. Had it been anyone else, I would be breaking everything I own. So,
yeah, fair
that's
enough.
where I stand on it.
Yeah, still, I think, I don't get me wrong, but just because of Demi Moore's age as well, I would have gone with her. Mikey Madison will have time to win an Oscar. I hate when people reason that way, but
this could be the boost that Demi Moore needs to really resurface her career.
Yeah, definitely. She's definitely caught a lot of attention, like media attention and like critical attention as well. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see her again nominated in the coming years. Franco, did you comment about this? Because
I said the more I sit with it, the more I see Demi Moore should have won this. But it's again, I'm not disappointed at all that Mikey Madison got it as well. So that's it.
Fair enough. Okay, so Best Director, we've got Brady Corbet for The Brutalist, James Mangold for Complete Unknown, Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez, and Coralie Fargeat for The Substance. And the winner was Sean Baker, Anora. Joe, your thoughts? Sean Baker winning for Anora.
It's the easiest decision I've had to make in doing this podcast with you guys the whole time. It is the best directed film of the year, hands down. Like, and again, very cool that The Substance is there and Coralie Fargeat is there. I can detract from The Substance and say, like, it is maybe 10 to 15 minutes too long. I don't care. I could have taken 3 hours of that last third of the film by itself, and I would have been happy. But in terms of just how well constructed a film is, and that is what the directing award is for, it is hands down and all.
I still don't get how Denis Villeneuve is not nominated.
He obviously shit in someone's cereal at the Academy or something like that.
Has he been nominated for anything apart from Arrival?
I think he might have been nominated for Blade Runner 2049.
Was he Blade Runner? And Sicario. Yes, Sicario.
Yeah.
Yes. But when he once like what? How do you?
I know what does the man have to do? I know.
That is such a director's film as well. Like, it's not even.
Yeah.
What do you think?
The thing is, you just know, had Christopher Nolan made the Dune movies and they were exactly the same, definitely would have been nominated.
100%. 100%. Franco, what do you think about Sean Baker winning Best Director?
Because I have a soft spot for Coralie Fargeat as well, for The Substance. Don't get me wrong. But again, it's a win for indie filmmaking as well, and it is a brilliantly directed movie. Don't get me wrong, Anora. Plus, I think it's Coralie Fargeat. She just started. Don't get me wrong. Again, it's not I'm saying.
Yeah, she's only made 2 films.
And Sean Baker has been an indie film darling for ages. You know, Project Red Rocket, Florida Project, Tangerine. Yeah. There is his. I have to see his very first movie. I think it was called Takeaway, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's a recognition for his efforts in indie filmmaking as well. You know, so there's that.
I think hot take. I would have gone with Brady Corbet. to be honest, for The Brutalist.
Yeah.
I think it was a
It is
fantastically well directed.
fantastic. Like there are some films in this category which they're tough to
Yes,
put against each other.
Substance, Brutalist, and Anora. For me, those three
Yeah.
films, each one of them could have won, and I would have been happy.
Yeah, if either one of those won, I'd have been like, yep, cool.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, A Complete Unknown is a well directed film. Just not up to.
It's just it's a little bit vanilla.
It's a James Mangold film. I mean, let's be honest. It's your standard Mangold film, which is a very high level, mind you, because Mangold generally makes very good films. Anyway, so Best Picture: The Brutalist, Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, Wicked, and the winner is Anora. Who wants to go first, guys?
No, not yet.
Joe, go for it.
It's tough because, again, if we go based on our own personal preferences, as I mentioned, The Substance was my favorite film of 2024. It was never going to win Best Picture.
No.
I wish I could live in that world where it did. But I'm very happy that Anora won. The fact that an indie film that cost only $6 million to make, like, basically took down the entire Academy, is ridiculous. Like, in fact, Francesca had said today, like, it's almost like on Parasite level. I don't think it's quite there, because that's a foreign language film winning Best Picture. It's not quite there at that level, but it's still very impressive when you consider everything around it. I'm not mad about it at all. I'm actually very happy about it.
What
that's
is it
how I
again?
feel.
Sorry, what is it again?
Parasite winning.
No, the movie he compared with Parasite.
Anora winning.
No, okay.
Parasite is a far superior film. Parasite is, for me, the best film of the past 20
Anora,
years.
it is but only just only a hair, a smidge
Really?
more.
No, I think there's levels between the two films. Between Parasite and Anora. No, I think there's levels between the two, to be honest.
No, I don't think there is. I think they're far too different to even compare.
No.
Exactly, yeah. They're
very
their own
hard.
different worlds, I mean,
But if of course Parasite was competing for Best Picture this year, like by far would have won it.
It's tough. I love Anora as a film.
Mm-hmm.
it was tough. There's I'm Still Here, Substance, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez. I'm purposefully not mentioning EPs.
I would have gone with Dune Part 2, mind you. That was by far my favorite.
I would have gone
film.
with Emilia Perez. No, imagine.
I would have gotten rid of Wicked and put Nosferatu in there, but that's just.
Oh, Francesca, I wasn't comparing the films, which I don't think can be compared. I was talking about the significance of Anora winning.
Yes,
exactly. Yes, 100%. So I would have gone with Dune Part 2. Franco, what was your favorite film last year? Remind me.
Shit, wait, let me see. I forgot what was my... Let me check my list quickly. Yeah.
And again, we haven't watched Nickel Boys, and I'm Still Here from this list, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe Dune Part 2 was number 1 in my list. Monsters was number 2, and The Substance was number 3. I don't know if I switched Monsters and The Substance. But anyway,
Substance was number 1 for me.
Yeah. So I would have been happy with either Dune Part 2 or The Substance taking this. I think Anora... I don't think Anora deserved Best Picture. Me personally, I think
it's a fantastic win. I'm not upset about it at all.
No, I'm not upset. Not upset.
I'm not upset either.
No, not upset at all. I'm happy for Sean Baker. He's a great filmmaker, great guy. It's a very good film, very well made film. No, I'm very happy with the win. But I think Dune Part 2 overall, on a technical level, on like just the big moments, just is a superior film. Not by a lot, but I believe it is a superior film. As I believe is The Substance. I think The Substance also, for its big moments, for the emotions that The Substance has, for the wow factor. I think The Substance had more of a wow factor than Anora for me, personally. But maybe I go for the more wow moment. I'm the kind of guy who really looks for those wow moments. And don't get me wrong, Anora had its wow moments. The final scene in the car, that was a wow moment.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
This is it, right? That's Warner in the nightclub with them charging in, looking for Yura Borisov. That was a wow moment, right? That's when the director gets the sauce, right, and starts cooking. I just think Dune Part 2 and The Substance had more wow moments and overall as a film were superior. Francesca said, haven't heard you or anyone mention Nickel Boys, which was an incredible adaptation. I haven't watched Nickel Boys, Francesca, yet. I wouldn't have won over Anora for me, but definitely deserved recognition and adapted screenplay. I don't think anyone here has watched Nickel Boys.
No, none of us have watched it.
Not yet. I haven't
Unfortunately.
yet.
So we can't comment about that, unfortunately. So Franco, your winner should have been The Substance.
I would think so. I'm not. It's difficult. Again, there's Dune Part 2, there's The Substance, there's Anora. All of them I liked. Again, I haven't seen Nickel Boys as well, but no, I'll leave it at Anora.
Okay.
It's again at the end of the day in the filmmaking one.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say. So there's that.
Joe. So to conclude, final thoughts.
Again, if I was picking for me, it's The Substance because it's one of my favorite films. But if I'm thinking like what I think the Academy think, this is the perfect.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that viewpoint. Mind you, I would have put Conclave ahead of Anora, by the way. I did.
As if go to hell.
Yes.
Fucking
I
hell.
preferred Conclave.
That's not a hot take. That's a nuclear.
Are you 85 years old?
Nuclear take.
I preferred Conclave to Anora, mind you. Yes,
Yeah,
I
because
did.
clearly you're geriatric. You don't want films about sex workers.
No, I liked Anora. I gave Anora 4.5, mind you. I didn't give it a 3. But I just preferred Conclave just a touch more, just a hair more.
Listen, he likes men with flowing flamboyant.
Yeah, I have a thing for men smoking outside and bitching. Conclave really worked for me. I'm going to be honest. Conclave really worked for me. Performance-wise, cinematography-wise, editing, the writing, like everything for that film worked. And on an editing level, maybe I'll give it to Anora. On like just a pure performance level, I'll give it to Mikey Madison. But as a film overall, I personally just a touch down. Mind you, if I rewatch them again, I might prefer Anora on a second watching. But from just my first watching, just a hair ahead for me, Conclave compared to Anora. But of course, that's my opinion. We can conclude with that, guys. Franco, shall we go? Whoa, okay, that's Anora. Anora, that's naughty moments. Shall we go for a quick review of presents, Franco? Because I need to go.
Quick review of presents.
Yeah, I was going to ask if I can duck out.
Yes, Joe. Of course,
Joe.
Joe.
To contribute. So, as always, thank you for having me. I will try watch something for next week. But it's been great. As always.
So we've got Mickey 17, Joe. If you can watch it, we can't. Unfortunately,
if it's out this weekend, yes, I will go watch it.
Unfortunately,
I'll check. I think it's the 7th. That will be Friday, so I'll do my best.
Cheers.
All right.
Good
See you
stuff,
guys.
Joe. Ciao. Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye.
It was a great time. All right, Franco, go for it.
I'm not gonna take long. Basically, reading off from my Letterboxd review, where basically I said Soderbergh has a way with filmmaking. Unfortunately, it doesn't translate in the screenwriting. That said, still an interesting concept, and the ending punch took me a bit by surprise. Time to send Andrea on a ayahuasca retreat.
What?
Time to send Andrea on an ayahuasca retreat.
I thought that was part of the review for a second.
No. But basically, the presence. There's, by the way, the framing needs to be fixed because it's on 3.
What, Franco?
On the layout.
Oh, shit.
That's all. No worries. There you go. No, it is very interesting, and like especially the filming and the way the camera flows. But some of the lines and some of the delivery was a bit. It made me cringe a bit, and it didn't seem. It seemed more like an exercise in style rather than substance. And it's got lots of style. Oh, it's always like this. Soderbergh has quite some style, which I like his style a lot. But as far as writing goes, it didn't. That's the only thing. It didn't seem natural whatsoever. But the final punch was quite the twist was quite something. It's just a movie that you need to accept it on its own terms. I wish it could have polished it more. You know, that's all.
And the script, Mela, so a bit of polish in the script.
Yeah. The script and the lines. It's very, especially there, since there were kids, and the way the family was interacting. It was very strange. It didn't feel natural at all, and especially with the reactions. I gave it a 3.5. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm going down to 3. But I liked it for the sake of it trying to come like a different point of view. I mean, obviously the trailer fucks it up immediately. That should have been the the surprise of the movie as well. So I don't know if you get it from the trailer where the point of view is from,
Yes. I mean, clearly it's a ghost, right?
Yeah, the ghost. It's the point. No spoilers. It's the point. It's the point of view of the ghost, which it's amazing. It's a good concept. And there is a sweet moment about it as well. Like, and you try to figure out like who the ghost is, if it's an evil presence or not, and then you sort it out by the end. And it also uses the element of time, which obviously speaking of time and Franco, I love anything that has to do with time and the way it melds. So there's that. Again, it's a gem, but in the very rough, a very, very, very rough gem. So it just needed more polishing. That's all I would have said.
Okay.
Otherwise, check it out. See if you agree with me as well, Andrea.
Will do. It's on my tablet. I just need to.
And
it's short, very short, right? 1 hour,
yeah, very
20
short.
minutes.
Very short. It doesn't. The thing that plays in its favor as well. It's 1 hour 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
good stuff.
It's not a tough watch. It doesn't overstay its welcome. So there's that.
I guess we can conclude here, Mela Franco.
Yes, and I'm also gonna switch off from the streaming and send you over to a very cozy creator over here. I'm gonna go raid her, and we can also switch off from here. Yep. Thank you for hanging out, guys.
Most definitely. Thank you to all the viewers and listeners. Hope you had a good time, and we'll be back next week. Hopefully, Joe will come in with a review for Mickey 17. I know I'm Still Here came out in Malta. I know also what's coming out, Franco, that Joe watched last week. Madonna. What did Joe watch last week? The Monkey. I know The Monkey's coming out in Malta this week, so I need to find the time to go watch it, maybe next weekend. So join us next week for the next episode of the Ad Lib Podcast. And with that, peace out. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.